Multiple safes broken into, drawers ripped open, closets ransacked, boxes of...
What the feds just uncovered in Floyd Mayweather's house is terrifying. They're going after Floyd Mayweather's bag. Remember the brother that walked around with $100 million check in his bag, said he ain't even got to cash it? Well, they on his line.
I think it got to right now because the money gone. So the money's really gone.
In an absolutely explosive revelation, sources are claiming the FBI just uncovered what's being labeled as a staggering $420 million fraud operation directly linked to Floyd Money Mayweather himself. Federal agents allegedly stormed through his sprawling Las Vegas mansion, discovering evidence of massive financial manipulation schemes, deeply suspicious investment platforms, and mysterious offshore banking accounts, completely rocking the foundations of the former champion's entire luxury lifestyle empire. The situation went nuclear when ESPN's most controversial personality, Stephen A. Smith, unleashed a blistering and completely unrestrained commentary that immediately set social media ablaze with heated discussion.
A couple toys. They call this the $1 million garage.
I know we're on television, Floyd, but I think it's necessary for me to say, damn.
Well, we are on ESPN. These are sports cars. It's a sports network. This car costs $3.2 million. This Bugatti right here costs $1.6 million. You ain't seen these toys.
I haven't seen these?
No.
What? Floyd, this is 7 cars, man. Silver, platinum, Miami, black LA, white Vegas.
Yeah, in New York, I got my drive.
Federal investigators reportedly executed a major operation at Mayweather's extravagant Las Vegas property as part of a rapidly growing investigation. Initial reports indicate the raid connects to an intricate financial web involving shell companies, cryptocurrency-based fund transfers, and fraudulent investment schemes allegedly orchestrated by individuals within his trusted inner circle.
Hey, what's up everybody? So check it out, this morning I was walking through Beverly Hills and I passed by Floyd Mayweather's $30 million mansion. It's over 15,000 square feet with 6 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms, resort-style backyard.
Inside sources claim investigators seized countless electronic devices, comprehensive transaction records, offshore banking documentation, and encrypted financial databases throughout the entire operation. The total amount of money under investigation reportedly sits around $420 million. Everything allegedly linked to suspected widespread financial fraud scheme.
Into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
For decades, he continuously flaunted an extravagant billionaire lifestyle. Customized private jets, exclusive limited edition supercars, diamond-encrusted luxury jewelry, and entire rooms literally overflowing with stacks of cash. But federal investigators now strongly believe that a significant portion of that displayed wealth may have originated from completely illegal sources. Confidential documents reportedly reveal he may have either deliberately endorsed or strategically promoted shady investment platforms that allegedly swindled thousands of unsuspecting victims, particularly in overseas financial markets.
How much is that? How much is that?
$1.8 million.
$1.8 million watch.
$1.8 million, dude?
You're the first to see it.
That's insane. That
1.8 is high. 18 life.
That happy birthday, champ. That's how we doing. 1 point. That is sick, dude. But
Wow.
you gotta show him what he say, man.
Money green.
No,
Hold on. This watch was made specifically for the champ, Floyd Money Mayweather. One of one piece. That's
One
the
of
back.
one. One of one.
Money team.
Can we see it on him?
Yes, sir.
That one of one.
$1.8 million.
It's a one of one. I love that.
Stephen A. Smith has personally witnessed firsthand the unbelievably lavish world that Floyd Mayweather lives in, his enormous palatial mansion, extraordinary supercar collection, and non-stop private jet lifestyle. Because he's experienced that level of success personally, Smith genuinely understands the massive scale of Floyd's income streams and the strategic discipline required for building such a powerful financial empire. That direct personal exposure provides him a uniquely informed perspective on how the boxing legend conducts his business operations and controls his sprawling money machine.
Mayweather was undefeated for the last half of his career with one hand. He constantly broke his hand.
Yeah.
He would go into a ring knowing he had no shot at knocking somebody out because his hands were hurt too much, and literally walked in the ring and said, I'm going to embarrass you and humiliate you by showing the world you can't hit me.
What makes Stephen A. Smith's passionate reaction carry significantly more credibility is that he's literally stepped inside Floyd Mayweather's personal residence before. In previous interviews and podcast conversations, he described the estate as a tangible monument to unprecedented achievement, undeniable proof of how far one individual can climb through raw skill, unwavering discipline, and brilliant personal branding strategies.
Talk to me about why you make the decision to drive different colored cars in respective cities.
Spoiled brat.
Oh, just being a brat?
Just being a brat.
The 7 cars that you showed me are in excess of $15 to $20 million.
Let me see what's the number. We go 3-1.
And you don't drive them.
It's close to 15 million. You're right. It's close to 15 million.
Once Mayweather transitioned into the final phase of his fighting career, exhibition matches, his underlying motivation seemed completely centered on maximizing profits instead of protecting legacy. His controversial bout with Logan Paul perfectly exemplifies this shift. Stephen A. Smith publicly blasted the fight, emphasizing it delivered virtually zero competitive value for a retired champion of Mayweather's legendary status. Battling a YouTuber-turned-novice boxer felt like a blatant cash grab instead of any genuine pursuit of greatness.
Boxers, if not the greatest boxer in history, he's absolutely sensational. But he retired years ago, and for me personally, I know these exhibition matches are entertaining. I like the one with Conor McGregor, not so much the one with Logan Paul. Looking at these exhibitions and all of that stuff, that little melee and stuff don't matter to me. As far as I'm concerned, it could have potentially been orchestrated. I don't know. But I do know not just anybody should be allowed to be in the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather.
Absolutely.
When directly confronted about payment controversy brought up by Logan Paul during his featured appearance on the Pivot podcast, Floyd Mayweather completely dodged the core issue. He told the hosts he respects the YouTube creator space and claimed the funds weren't actually missing, simply delayed, adding that massive payouts don't always transfer instantly. His response felt deliberately evasive, strategically reframing the entire controversy as a standard processing delay instead of an outright refusal to honor what was legitimately owed to Logan Paul on the Pivot podcast.
Logan Paul, he said you owe him some bread. How you feel about someone making those type of accusations?
That comes with the territory.
Right.
And you got to realize, when you used to getting, to them, that's real money. And I like YouTube because I don't mind getting a YouTube check.
Shit, we getting a YouTube check.
Right.
This is going to be a big YouTube check.
Yeah, so, the money is not coming fast enough. That's why when they say money on the back end, as far as pay-per-view, it take a while, And he shouldn't trip. If he feel like he done great numbers and we done record-breaking numbers, then I understand. Nothing comes right away. Just like I'm still collecting checks from fights 7 to 8 years ago. I'm still collecting checks. Why? Because I made smart moves and I'm my own boss. So they hate when the tables turn.
Right.
Look how many years they've been owing us money. But we don't never trip. So now when the tables turn, they say, oh, you owe us something. Be happy with the biggest payday you ever got in your life.
Recent investigative reporting has sparked serious questions about Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s public statement that he acquired a $42 million portfolio of 62 residential apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Although he proudly announced on social media that the properties are entirely his, subsequent fact-checking investigations point to major contradictory evidence. In a viral Instagram video, he personally toured multiple properties and emphatically insisted the buildings were owned exclusively by him with no business partners involved. However, property databases examined by Business Insider reportedly show no documented ownership transfers tied to those specific addresses.
Guess what? You can do the same.
All right. Well, now we're trying to figure out what happened, right, with Business Insider. So according to another update, he did ink a $402 million deal for a Black Spruce portfolio. When he said that it was all his and no one invested, he meant no one was funding his part of the investment but him. And so I think this is something where maybe he owns a piece of this or shares in it, but it hasn't changed hands because the majority owner is still the same owner that it was before. I'm trying to understand what happened with this, but I know there's a story that's circulating, so just putting it out there. Whew, it's a tough one. I'm trying to understand as a real estate person myself what exactly he is communicating when he's saying that he owns this, because they're trying to make it seem like he doesn't, but what it seems like is that he owns shares of these.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. recently fired back at accusations that his $42 million real estate deal had created serious financial trouble. He firmly insisted that he individually purchased all 62 Manhattan buildings, boldly declaring, "I use my own money and nobody else is involved whatsoever."
Yes, Floyd Mayweather has reportedly acquired 62 buildings in Upper Manhattan, spending approximately $402 million. This substantial investment was made through his real estate firm, Vada Properties, and is intended to expand his portfolio in New York City real estate market. Mayweather has expressed that this purchase holds significant personal meaning, reflecting his humble beginnings and desire to provide affordable housing options. He stated, "Growing up, I used to dream about owning just one home by myself. When you work hard, you can achieve anything. However, it's important to note that while Mayweather has announced this acquisition, some reports suggest that property records do not yet confirm a transfer of ownership. Experts speculate that he may have acquired a minority stake with options for future expansion rather than full ownership of all 62 buildings outright. In summary, Floyd Mayweather has publicly claimed to purchase 62 buildings in Upper Manhattan for $402 million, aiming to enhance affordable housing in the area. While these claims have been widely reported, the exact details and confirmation of ownership are still subject to verification. So even ChatGPT is saying, like, that's not official. Whether Mayweather is saying it or not, ChatGPT is saying it's not official. That deal has not gone through.
However, property ownership records analyzed by Business Insider show absolutely no change in legal ownership, strongly suggesting Mayweather may hold only a minority stake with potential purchase options to increase later. This glaring discrepancy has triggered widespread doubts about the accuracy of his public statements and whether he was deliberately misled or intentionally withholding critical details. Celebrated as one of the wealthiest paid boxers in history, Floyd Mayweather Jr. accumulated enormous wealth through an undefeated professional career and genius-level self-promotion. After officially retiring in 2017, he continued an outrageously extravagant lifestyle, continuously acquiring luxury mansions and premium high-end goods. Yet, investigative reports suggest he encountered serious financial difficulties, including a $22.2 million IRS debt from unpaid 2015 income taxes. This significant money pressure reportedly influenced his controversial decision to return to the ring for extremely lucrative exhibition battles.
Mayweather up until recently didn't have any money, so Floyd is the highest earning athlete in his career, making over $1.1 billion. And after making a killing, he ended up retiring in 2017. However, he dug himself into a hole after making super lavish purchases like this LA mansion. It was so bad that he actually owed $22.2 million to the IRS, which made him have to come out of retirement to pay that back. Like and follow for more.
Stephen A. Smith has consistently voiced serious concern over Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s post-retirement exhibition fight strategy. While he accepted the massive bout with Conor McGregor as somewhat reasonable given McGregor's legitimate combat credentials, Smith harshly criticized later exhibitions against obviously less skilled opponents. He passionately argued that chasing these easy paydays and these mismatched fights risks permanently undermining the historic legacy Mayweather worked his entire life to build.
The third having any real kind of boxing background. I did not see the fight, although I heard he lost every round and Floyd Money Mayweather was whipping him pretty good. I was not there. I did not see it. I do not know. Here's what I do know, which is where my disappointment comes from. When you are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather, everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space. I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop. You want to get Conor McGregor in the ring for an exhibition match? All right, that's fine. You know, Conor sold that. It was great marketing. He's not a boxer, but hey, he was a knockout artist in the UFC. I get it. John Gotti III, I don't know anything about him. I'm not trying to disrespect him. And yes, I'm being smart. I'm not trying to disrespect the grandson of a mobster. Fair enough. But what I'm trying to say is this. When you're great, when you're elite, not just anybody deserves to be in your pristine space. And what I mean by that is I'm not talking about on the street or anything like that. Boxing is your thing.
In a brutally honest interview, Stephen A. Smith directly challenged Floyd Mayweather Jr. on his true priorities, specifically asking if he valued his boxing legacy above immediate financial gain. Mayweather's responses, which heavily emphasized his entrepreneurial business intelligence and earning potential, completely reinforced the widespread perception for Smith and countless others that his primary focus had dramatically shifted from protecting his boxing reputation to aggressively maximizing wealth.
You made money. You're going to make a hell of a lot more money.
But the main thing is, I made smart investments, and I still make millions every month.
Do you care about your boxing legacy?
More than what?
Well, we ain't gonna say more than money. We know better. We're not gonna say more than money. We know better.
More than my family? No. So what's more important? My children. Because when I make this money, you know what? I put my children and my family in a position that they are entrepreneurs. They are bosses. I don't want my kids to have to answer to nobody. So I will take the long road. I will take the bumps and the bruises for them, but for my loved ones.
But fear, it's important to point this out about you. You're not just that way when it comes to your family and your children. You're that way with professional athletes. I know NBA players that have relationships with you, professional football players that have relationships with you, etc. And the same thing that you just said that you preach to your children and your family, you've been preaching to them. That seems to be a personal mission of yours. Why?
It's about giving back. You know, I don't have to go on record and talk about the things that I do. I don't have to go on record.
Adding even more controversy to the ongoing debate, former UFC fighter and outspoken analyst Chael Sonnen dropped a genuinely shocking claim. He boldly suggested that the Mayweather vs. Conor McGregor fight wasn't nearly as financially successful as publicly portrayed.